50 now. Good morning, children. Today in this class, we'll continue with the same previous chapter. We'll continue with the previous chapter, that is land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. We have discussed about land. Previous class, we have discussed about land, the importance of land, how we have used the use of land in different ways, and land use pattern outside the world according to the climatic conditions, that is how much percentage of cropped area, how much percentage of covering forest land, how much percentage of area under patches land, how much area comes under desert. So these are all due to the topographical factors, various geographical factors. So that land use pattern we have discussed, right? Then coming to the soil, common resources, followed by degradation of land and how to conserve the land degradation. So these are the points we have discussed in the previous class. Now this class will continue the same topic about soil. As you know, soil is a fine material, grainy material covered with surface of the earth. But it is a mixture of particles on the surface. Weathered rock materials forms on the earth. The process of mixing all the materials and landforms mixed with the surface is called as a weathering. So weathering is mixed with this earth surface is called as a fertile soil formation. Fertile soil formation. As children, soil also one of the best example for natural resource, soil resource. They given soil profile. There is one picture given in the textbook. Soil, formation of a soil, which is the topmost portion, which is the humus is saturated. That is organic matter, which helps to grow plants and different type of vegetation. Below that second stage, we find subsoils, that is loose particles, weathered materials. Still, if you go third step, we'll come to know weathered materials, parent rock. The last one is bedrock. Right? This is how soil formation takes place. For example, you see, to form a soil on the surface on earth, 1 centimeters of soil to form, it takes hundreds of years. It is very slow process. It is very slow process to form a 1 centimeter of soil on surface. It takes 100 years. It is very slow process. So soil formation takes place due to agents of gradation. Agents of gradation. So now coming to the second one is yes. Here soil formation is. Just now we have discussed. Organic matter, subsoil, then weathered material, parent rock, etc. Yes. To form this soil formation, yes, what are the factors essential? Which are the factors are very essential for formation of a soil? Of course, these factors are differ from place to place. These factors are different from place to place and region to region. But what all factors reflecting or affecting the soil formation? To take example number 1, climate, temperature, heat. Second one is flora and fauna. Flora and fauna. Third one is organic matter and weathered materials, topography, time. These are all the factors responsible for soil formation. All the factors responsible for soil formation. Topography, climate, soil, altitude, time. At the same time, all these are not uniform. It is unevenly distributed from place to place. So these are the factors affecting the soil formation. Affecting the soil formation. One is climate. Number 2, time. Number 3, flora and fauna. Number 5, altitude. Number 6, weathered material. 7, topography. These are all the factors affecting the soil formation. Now coming to the degradation of soil. As you know, degradation of soil takes place due to natural forces. The best example is rainfall, landslides, floods. These are the responsible, yes. So due to these natural forces, erosion takes place. Suppose rain comes. Whenever rain comes, monsoons occurs in the country, due to a fast flowing of water, it washes away the complete material from the upper portion of the surface. Removed all the materials from the upper portion of the surface of the earth. Removing all the particles from the slope of the valley. Can take as a soil erosion. Or certain portion of land suddenly collapse due to landslides. Certain portion of land on the hilly slopes washed away completely towards the down slopes can be considered as a sheet erosion. So all this takes place due to the natural forces. Due to rainfall, due to running water, due to wind, due to avalanches, due to landslides. So these are all the natural processes, natural forces. Soil erosion. At the same time, even if you take soil erosion takes by even human activities, extraction of minerals from the crust, taking out the oils from the crust, from the surface of the earth, taking out the coal, construction of the buildings, cultivation. So here, even for soil erosion also, two factors are responsible. One is natural factors also, and second one is human factors. Human involvement. Human involvement means agriculture, construction activities, etc. Natural forces like avalanches, landslides, rainfall, running water, floods, we can take. These are all the best examples. Soil erosion. Then degradation of soil means degradation of soil. Soil can be removed due to, as I said, human activities, agriculture, construction activities, by starting of the industries, etc. But at the same time, if you continue this, future it will be a problem. Therefore, we have to take precautions to conserve the soil. To take precautions to conserve the soil, that is conservation of soil. What are the methods? What methods can you apply to prevent, to conserve this soil erosion on the earth? There are various methods. Number one is mulching. Number one is conservation of soil. Yes. Conservation of soil. To conserve the soil, we can apply different methods so that we can conserve, we can prevent. Number one is mulching. Number two is terrace farming. Number two is terrace farming. Is another method. Third one is intercropping or strip cropping, right? S-T-R-I-P, strip cropping. Strip cropping. Fourth one is contour flowering. Contour flowering, mulching, terrace farming, strip cropping, contour flowering, and construction of check dams. Second one is construction of check dams. Construction of check dams and avoiding overgrazing. Control overgrazing. Control overgrazing. Control overgrazing. All methods can apply to fulfill the conservation of soil. Mulching, terrace farming, strip cropping, contour flowering, construction of the check dams, control of overgrazing, etc. So therefore, we can conserve the soil on surface. We can conserve the surface soil on the earth. So therefore, soil is a one important resource, like land. So land and soil. Land and soil. The next one is water is there. What we will discuss. So far in this class, previous class we have discussed about land. Now we have discussed about soil. What is soil? What is the use of soil? How soil formation takes place? What are the factors responsible for soil formation? Then degradation of soil and how to control soil erosion. How to control soil degradation. Conservation of soil. So here, these are the conservation methods for soil. Mulching, terrace farming, strip cropping, contour flowering, construction of check dams, control overgrazing, planting more and more trees. Planting more and more trees on the vast areas. All these can be applicable for controlling conservation of soil. Is it children clear? So this class we discuss about soil, importance of soil, formation of soil, factors affecting the soil formation, degradation of soil and conservation methods. Clear? Thank you.